Good morning. Good morning. Let me put my audio in here. Change locations. I'm not in the garden. I'm over here by the decorative pond. Okay, let me see who's here. See who's joining us this morning. David Elkins, Øystein, Wheat Tree Bonsai, D Dreamer 1995, Eclipse Chilvers from England, Jesse Lopez, Liv, The Music Well, good morning. All right, I got a question. Paul Otis and John Alford here this morning. I have a question for you. The question of the morning is right now we're having a yard sale. This is something that we do occasionally here to get rid of a few things and make a few dollars. And the question of the morning is, good morning, Tangi. The question of the morning is, what do you call a yard sale? Like there's rummage sale, yard sale, garage sale, probably a few other names. But I grew up calling it a rummage sale. But when I moved to Texas, nobody really understood what rummage sale meant. They understand garage sale and yard sale. So I'm just curious, what do you call it? What's normal for you? Car boot sale. Car boot. That's the rear end of the car, right? Right. Yard sale, garage sale. Looks like those are the normals. Car boot sale, that's a fun one. And Paul Otis sometimes calls it a garbage sale. That's all right too. Rummage sales, Medina Children's Home. That's right. Yeah, good. Awesome. Okay. Well, I changed locations this morning for a couple of reasons. To get kind of switch things up from the garden because it was getting to feel the same to me. So I wanted to put a little something different in the background. This is just our small decorative pond. You can see, you might be able to see a few little fishies in there. And also the Wi-Fi signal is a lot stronger right here. It's a difference of just maybe 50 feet. Now, a friend of mine recently gave me an outdoor Wi-Fi booster, which I am so appreciative of that, but I have not yet installed that. So it's coming soon. And once I get that installed, I should be able to get a much better signal in the garden. I am liking the car boot sale. The trunk is the car boot. You okay? Sorry about that. All right. Okay, now I'm going to take my sweatshirt off. When I came out this morning, it was a little bit cool. We are expecting rain today, but not for a couple hours. So hopefully we'll be okay here in the in this area for the duration of our live stream. Individuals have garage sales. Churches have rummage sales by Ellen Gracie. That's funny. Why is it? What is the difference? I always thought if you're having a garage sale, you were selling garages. Hello from Singapore. Good morning. See, that is Geraldine Baird. Good morning. Let's see. Who do we have on moderation today? Will at the Weekend Homestead. Tangi the Caber's wife. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else has a wrench? Øystein. Very good. Very well moderated this morning. Thank you so much for helping me out, all three of you. For those of you who are not aware, two of those three have channels and are content creators, and I think you should go check them out as well. Tangi the Caber's wife. Tangi the Caber's wife and Will from the Weekend Homestead. All right, let's get started. It's I don't really have a topic this morning. As I was thinking about the live stream, there's part of me that says, gosh, I really have to have one singular topic to bring to you, and I think that would be a really nice thing to do. But I don't have one singular topic, and I was thinking, how do I make this live stream nice and professional or whatever. But then I started thinking, no, I really just like the live streams. I mean, part of the benefit is the interaction that I get to have with you guys. So I really just appreciate this time. And Texas Blacksmith 10, once again, joining in, starting the morning out right for Luke's French Fry Fund with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Mr. Texas Blacksmith 10. You are so appreciated. And Luke appreciates you contributing to his French Fry Fund. Yesterday, I went to McDonald's. I was running to the tractor store because I had to pick up my mower. And I had Luke with me, so we ran through McDonald's. And I was just going to get him a Coke and an ice cream. But by habit, I ordered him French fries. He didn't refuse it, but it was just, I order crispy, crunchy, well-done French fries so often that I pulled up to the drive-thru intending to say large Coke with an ice cream. Instead, I said crispy, crunchy French fries, crispy, crunchy, well-done French fries. I have to say crispy, crunchy because if you just say well done, they just cook them fresh. They're not well done. So you have to say crispy crunchy to let them know that you really do mean for them to be crunchy. Okay, let me scroll through. I saw a couple questions here. One was Jakob Israel. Maybe I said that. Israel. Don't you get attacked by mosquitoes, especially with your little pond behind you? No. There's a few things helping that. One, it's probably just the humidity's down so that mosquitoes aren't flying as much, or at least that's how I interpret, because when the humidity's lower, they're not out as much. And then also, I just don't get bit by mosquitoes. I can be standing out with a group of people and everyone's swatting themselves and screaming and crying, and I just don't get bit. So I guess I'm fortunate that way. Let's see here. Did you decide on the horse? This is Lori Lumax. Well, Lori, that's part of the title was about that friend. So we were going to talk about this. And the decision is not absolutely final. We are weighing a lot of things out. We are loving the idea of Teo. Yesterday we had Maggie out and we were riding my daughter was riding Maggie, and we were having a good time with the horse, and we're looking at all of the things that need done in order to bring a horse home. And there's a fence that needs built, and there is also we're gonna build a small horse facility, a pole barn type structure with 2 stalls, and those things need done before we can agree to bring another large animal here. So we're leaning toward it, but we're still thinking about that. Let's see what else we have here. Any new videos? Well, D-Dreamer 1995, I produced 2 videos. Was it 2 this past week? I think I stayed on regular schedule. I think it was Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Friday was the video introducing Teo the horse as a possibility for our farm. And tomorrow, hopefully, I should have done some beekeeping yesterday because the weather was absolutely perfect, but I'm hoping I can get out there and do a little bit today because I'd like to install the towel beetle traps. The idea comes from Jared at J&J Acres. You can go check his videos out and look up small hive beetle traps, or towel traps, or however he says it. And he sent me some of those towels, and I'm going to install them in my hives. I was hoping to do that today, but the rain might keep me from getting that done. So we'll see. Tangi, the caver's wife, I really hope that our McDonald's will fix fries that way. If so, Luke just revolutionized my French fry experience. The crunchy fries are my favorite. You just got to ask for it. You just got to ask for it. Texas Blacksmith 10 says, I think Maggie needs a mule for a companion. A mule would be a good companion. There's a lot of opinions about what is the appropriate companion for Maggie. And I think really any of them would work. There's goats and there's mules and there's mini horses and there's donkeys. And some people have even said ostriches and things like that. I have no idea if that's good. But Let's see. And Bandana Grandma has her show this morning. She can only stay till 10:30. Thank you for joining me, Bandana Grandma, for the time that you can. So yes, we are loving the idea of the horse, and the kids, all the kids, Espen and Adeline, they like to ride together. Luke loves to ride, by the way. You saw him in that video riding. Luke has been riding horses for therapy for, gosh, how many years has Luke been riding horses?
He started at 8.
Yeah, he started somewhere around 8 years old, so he is turning 20 in how many days? 6 days? 5 days. So he I guess it's been nearly 12 years that Luke has been familiar with horses, and at the most recent therapy place where he was riding horses, he's not currently doing that, but for years he did it right down the road here, and he could get on a horse and steer the horse, drive the horse on his own. So from the very beginning, when Luke was 8 years old and we were putting him on horses at another therapy location, he was really, at that time, he would slump his body. He wouldn't hold his body up, and he would slide to one side of the saddle, and they had to really work with him to get him to sit up and shift his hips. And I think that the horseback riding has done a lot for teaching him to stand up straight and balance himself. It did a lot for him. So that's why we did it. It's called hippotherapy, and it's done a lot of good for him. So he's been on horses for about 12 years and loves the idea of bringing another horse home. We put him on Maggie occasionally. Maggie is a sweet horse, but she has a big engine. She likes to go. So we have to be careful about giving the reins to Luke without somebody holding the rope, because Maggie can just take off. She doesn't run, but she's fast. So, okay, let's see who else we have here. Happy birthday, Luke, from Paul Otis. Yes, that's in 5 days, and he lets us know every day because he wants to go get his French fries from Texas Roadhouse and Chili's. Yeah, 2 times. Once in the middle of the day and once in the evening. Chesgra, baking bread in Argentina while listening to you. Well, good. Thank you for letting me be a part of your bread baking experience. Norwegian sheep farmers use llamas for predator control. You know, some people here use llamas as well. Occasionally you'll drive around the farms here in Texas and you'll see some llamas. It's not real common, but it does happen. Yes, the Music Well says that builds core strength. Riding a horse builds core strength. It really does. Helps you balance because you're constantly moving and shifting on the saddle, and it builds all of that strength. So it's done a lot of good for Luke. I think just the interaction with an animal has been good for him for therapy, and then also the physical part of it, teaching his body to, you know, to have the correct posture and to build that strength. Many donkeys or many donks are great for predator control as well, and they are sweet. We have considered donkeys ever since we got a horse. We've been thinking about a donkey. There's a farm down the road that has a couple of donkeys. One of them is a paint. It looks like the Native American, the type you see in the paintings with Native Americans, with all the different large patches of browns and whites. And that's a really pretty donkey, and we like that one a lot. And so yeah, we have considered getting a donkey as well. Jesse Lopez, how do you contribute to Super Chat? There is, not on all, in some of your apps, depending on what device you're on, it may not be available, but there's a little $sign next to the chat, and that's, you click on that and go through the process. I think in the, is it in the iOS or Android? One of them, I think it's not available. But I'm just glad you're here, Jesse. Thanks for being here. Sarah Penn Morales, can we have an update on the animals? Love your family. Yeah, I know. Hi, Sarah.
Say hi, Parker.
Hi, Parker. I should say hi, Liam, too, just in case my grandson's watching. Hi, Liam. Let's see, an update on all the animals. You want to be here for a while. So the geese last week found a new home. There's an update on the geese. They have a beautiful place. There's a family that had 2 geese. Coincidentally, they had a white and brown Chinese goose, just like we did, but both of theirs were male. And, oh, I just made Parker's day. Hey, Parker! This family that took the geese, they had 2 male Chinese geese, 1 brown, 1 white. Just like our geese were 2 female Chinese geese, 1 brown, 1 white. So it worked out perfectly. They have a wonderful facility. They have a goose house. They have a protected area. And they were very happy to include our 2 geese on their farm. And we have been trying to figure out how to make the farm experience here better for everyone. And I think the geese going there was better for everyone. Øystein with a 200 kroner super chat. Or knock, as I say, which is inappropriate. Thank you so much, Øystein. Is always humbling to know that you guys are willing to not even just be here and watch what I do, but to contribute financially to help support the creative efforts of the Daddykirbs farm. I truly do appreciate that. Okay, so a little more of the updates. Most of the others, they're just here, happy, having fun. We moved recently the large ducks over to the goat run because they're going to help eat some of the stuff in there, and they're living in the goat run for a short time instead of over in the white coops behind the garden. And the silkies are giving us eggs that we are hatching, so we have baby silkies that we have sold locally. I should bring a baby silkie out here. If somebody comes out here, I'll see if they can bring me a baby silkie to show you. So a few of the babies hatching. We have 2 baby ducks here that we have for sale locally as well. And they're fun to hatch. We don't have a very good success rate on hatching ducks, but we did have 2 that hatched, and they're growing up just fine. And about 20 big layer chickens that are ready to get out. We haven't let them out yet today because we have the yard sale or garage sale going on, and we don't want chickens running all over everything and everyone. And so, yeah, Maggie is also in her stall for this morning until we're done with the yard sale. So the update, it's really difficult sometimes for me to give an animal update because I'm not sure what to say about them except that they're here and they're happy and we love them and having a good time. Little Beans Garden said there's no $sign on my iPhone. Maybe I don't see it. It's probably not there. I think it's iOS that doesn't support it, and that's okay. I'm just glad you're here. Alderman Farm says, howdy, y'all. Good to see you, Mr. Tommy. Oh, and the Music Well said, is this Tommy or Patty? See, I made the assumption it was Tommy. It could be Patty. Oh, peep, peep, peep. Peep, peep, peep. Check that out. These are 2 baby silkies. These were hatched yesterday. And they have very fluffy feet. Oh, goodness. Let me see if I can give you a better view of their feet. Look at that, very fluffy feet. I'm sorry, little guy. Little girl? We're always hoping they're little girls and not little guys. Can you hear him peep, peep? Put them right in the microphone. They are absolutely adorable. It's a little cool out here, so I'm going to hand them back to Mama and get them back in their brooder, but I wanted to show you that. Oh, thank you. Lady Green Crochet says not all horses get along with each other immediately. It could take a while for them to like each other. Is there a way to keep them separate but near if there's an initial problem? Well, I do appreciate that feedback because we'll just make sure that there's a way. And someone else has mentioned that too. So we're going to make sure that we have the proper way to introduce. And it is Tommy. Welcome, Mr. Tommy. Fawn Pennington. Hello, Blake. Or hi, Blake. Let me read this correctly. Hey, Blake. This is Fawn's husband. I don't know how to switch users on YouTube. Anyway, I was wondering, do you butcher your own meat chickens? I've learned so much from your chicken videos. We have butchered some chickens, yes. It's not a normal part of our process, but early on, if you go back in some of my early videos, you see where I raised the white jumbo chickens, and that was definitely for butchering. We tried over the last couple seasons to hatch our own Freedom Rangers, and the Freedom Rangers that I got, the initial batch, they were great for meat. Turns out they're not really good egg layers, and the roosters aren't really good at doing their job, so there's a lot of infertile eggs, and the ones that we did get, we only had a very, very low success rate at hatching those. Pardon me. So it wasn't a very good experiment in hatching and raising our own meat chickens. So because of that, and we haven't ordered any more of the jumbo chickens, we don't butcher very many chickens right now. We actually don't eat a lot of meat. So Øystein says, hello from Harns, all of us at Harns. My Norwegian family. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Off-grid, Doug and Stacy. What's up, Homestead homies? Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad you could join me this morning. Doug and Stacy have a wonderful homestead that they also show on YouTube. They have a small off-grid cabin where they're raising their family, and it is really cool. I was checking a lot of their videos out yesterday. Yeah, Øystein says, watch the Norway video that Blake made a year ago, almost a year ago, and you can see the location where they are right now. That their home that they have there in Harns, Norway, is just a really cool location. It was a really fun place to hang out. You should go see that video and see that they get to hang out in a really cool place. Let's see. Love the trough behind you. That is Giant Paws. Yeah, that is the, what is that, 100, 200 gallon stock tank, and it has our fishies in it. I don't know if you can see. Sometimes you can see the little goldfish. A lot of times we have a pump running, but the pump, don't have a very good filter system, so the pump gets clogged up and gets shut off every once in a while. Heather Carter, I finally made it to a Saturday morning live with you. We adore your family and watching your channel. Thanks, Heather. Thanks for joining me. Let's see. Green. Oh, now we're in the comments with the chicks. I'm finally catching up, I think. So Green Gables Homestead say are so cute, sweet little things. Heather Carter, nifty thrifty bits, how cute, adorable. Liv says, I am 12 years old and I love your channel. Ruth Williamson, thank you so much. I find it very interesting when I look at my stats. I'm a little bit of a nerd, so I look at my stats and I analyze the data, and I like to see the segment of people, the gender and age of the people that watch my channel. And there is a decent little segment of people, young teenage girls. And I think that's fascinating that you guys would be interested in my story. Probably more interested in the cute little ducks and chicks and the horses. That's probably a generalization on my part. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining me. Let's see. Green Gable Homestead, I'm eager to have a broody mama so we can hatch a few chicks. We love hatching under the broody chicks, and the silkies are wonderful for that. We still try the incubator, but we have more success under the hens. Jesse, okay, you're talking to Øystein there. Luke is our favorite. Awesome. Luke is a great guy, and he's so fun to hang out with. He's in the house right now, but if he were here, I'd invite him to come sit next to me. I think he's inside eating his toast or something. Maybe you need some coffee. Right here, I need some coffee. Hold on. Ah, that's good coffee. Thanks for reminding me to take a little break there, Texas Blacksmith 10. Unless you were talking to someone else. Let's see. Cara Carton says, please say. Now here's the catch. I could say that because I can pronounce Spanish words okay. But what I'm afraid of is that I'll be saying something that that I don't know. What I think it says, based on my limited knowledge of Spanish, is that I like ugly chickens. Me gustan las pollas gordas. Did I say that right? Is that I like ugly chickens, or did I just say something horrible? Candace says hello from the Shoemakers. Good morning. It's great to see you. Paul Otis says, I'm going to do the second inspection on my hives. You need a bee update. That was what I was going to do today, and the sun is coming out, so maybe I'll be able to do it. It was nice and cloudy here earlier, and the sun wasn't on my face, but now it is beaten down. I hope that your inspection goes really well, Mr. Paul Otis, because I hope that you have a beautiful beekeeping experience. Now, because of the sun, it's getting harder to see the screen too. Photo Trotter says hello from Belgium, Europe. Good morning. Okay, I'm scrolling through some of this. You guys are working with the, talking about the iOS devices not supporting Super Chat. Let's see. Heather Carter says, our whole family will watch your channel on our TV like we're doing now together. All of a sudden, I just got stage fright. I'm on a big TV in front of a whole family. Some of my old fears creeping in. Let's see, we're slowly making our own urban homestead. I would love to encourage you to keep with that. The whole point of my channel is to educate, entertain, and encourage. And I love knowing that people are out putting these things to test and building their homesteads, learning how to grow food, learning how to grow families without all of the distractions of our modern world. Thank you so much for participating in that, Heather. Oh, you're a 12-year-old boy. See? I made the assumption again. But it is your mom's account, so fair for me, right? Texas Blacksmith 10, 67 in May. On May 1st. Happy birthday, Texas Blacksmith 10, coming up. You are doing very well. Keep gardening, my friend. Keep doing what you do, and stay healthy. Happy birthday. I think I'm way behind here. Fat chickens. See, I think I had it right. Let's see. Heather Carter, how is your fruit orchard coming along? This is the first year all 15 varieties of my trees are loaded with fruit. I remember planting a lot of trees the same time you were. The fruit orchard is doing okay. It's not doing as well as I hoped it would. We had a really wet spring, and a lot of the water that's set there is turning some of the trees yellow. So that's not a good thing. That has given me new ideas and new plans. Originally, because I'm in Texas and it's hot, I thought I needed a bunch of swales up there to hold a bunch of water. But I think the truth is the one swale that I have is going to be sufficient. And I'm going to add some soil between the trees to help keep some of that water from sitting in those places where it pools up in the orchard. I think that's going to help. And Texas Blacksmith 10 is going to make horseradish sauce after the videos, after my video is over. You know that I'm growing horseradish now, and that is the kind gentleman that sent me horseradish was Tim Huffman from Florida. He was my first ever guest on the Monday meetups. And by the way, tell me how you like the Monday meetups. Do you like that idea? Do you like the concept? That was, the first one was this past Monday, and the next one is coming this Monday. I have currently 4 creators in line that are providing me videos to put on the Monday meetups. So I'm really excited to see that take off. Tim Huffman has a beautiful location in Florida. It's not a big place. I think it's a suburban backyard, but he's doing a great job with all of his South Florida gardening, and he sent me the horseradish. So Texas Blacksmith 10, I hope that your horseradish turns out beautiful, wonderful, and tastes delicious. Okay, let's see here. I think maybe I might be getting caught up. Russ Keenum, my buddy. My buddy. So happy to see you doing well with the videos. I know how hard you've worked at this. Love you, brother. I love you too, brother. It's good to see you here. I love spending time with you, so we need to catch up sometime and do lunch. I'm glad that you made the live stream this morning. All right. I did catch up. So, let's see. Anytime I'm caught up, I feel like now I have to figure out what to say. I'll just stand here stage fright until somebody says something. Just kidding. Let me give you a view of what our yard sale looks like. Just for fun. Let me turn the camera around. This is under the carport. See all of our stuff. My beautiful wife walking the dog. Hey, beautiful wife. And back to the seat. I had my farm day in October, which was the event that we had out here, a public event. And during the farm day, I had some of the GreenStalk vertical growing systems, like these back here. You can see that one sitting there. That one's waiting to be potted up again. But I had a few extras, and they were sitting at the back of the carport. And a couple came in this morning, and they were asking questions about it, and they actually bought one during my yard sale, and so that was really exciting. They did get a deal. It was much better than retail, but it wasn't yard sale prices. But they were happy to get it, so that was really exciting. I only have a couple left. Schaefer Home says, hi Blake, we live up, Milan country. We're really enjoying watching your videos. Well, thank you so much. I am really enjoying having you here. Thank you for joining me. I'll have to look up where Milan country is, because I'm not really sure. HC472577 says I'm funny. The stage fright thing was a joke. It kind of was, but it's kind of real too. I'm getting a lot better at interacting and feeling comfortable with you guys as an audience, but it's been a serious part of my life. I don't do well in front of crowds. If all of you were here in front of me, I probably would have a little bit more stage fright. Milan country, a bit northeast of Austin, right up the road. So you guys are just right up the road in Texas. That's a nice place to build a homestead. And let's see. Permy Mama says, hi Daddykirbs. You got to put an S on there, Daddykirbs. Good morning, Permy Mama. County. Let's see. Hiya Jen. Hi from India. Well, hello. I have several friends because of YouTube, several friends in India, and I really enjoy learning a lot about India and the culture and the food and everything that you guys have going on there. I would love to visit someday. Some of the landscape that I see in pictures and videos is just gorgeous. Alderman, let's see. Your gardens are beautiful. God has blessed you in so many ways. That is so true. So true. What Tommy and Patty Alderman have going on up there at Alderman Farms is fantastic. which, by the way, if you guys don't know the Alderman Farms, go check them out. They have a wonderful YouTube channel where they talk all about their homesteading experience as well. And their experience, obviously, everyone's experience is different, so they have different things to teach, different perspective. Tommy is a great, has a great personality for educating people about what's going on his farm. So just for fun, let me give you, I think I can turn the camera around here. So this is where the Wi-Fi is up here. This is my house. This is my garden. The ducks live over here. The chickens live over here. Maggie's place is back here temporarily, back in that facility back there. And then this open spot here is where we are considering putting the, it's more than a consideration. I think we've decided to put a small horse facility, 2 stalls. We're going to take this one tree out and then put 2 stalls here and put a fence across here. That way Maggie will have the space that's all back behind there. There's another 3 acres behind this, the pool, and there's a berm. There's a dirt berm that runs behind there. There's another 3 acres back there. So this is something we have to get done before we can bring another horse home, which is to build the fence across here and finish the fence that runs across the property this way, and then to build the horse facility. There's lots of other projects that need done, but those are the, if we're going to bring home a horse, those are the urgent projects that I need to get started on right away. I have a friend down the road, I have a friend down the road that has an auger on his tractor, and he's going to come drill the holes for me to put my post in, and we're going to build that as a pole barn, so it's going to be a really inexpensive structure. We're going to use a lot of the, hopefully we'll be able to reuse a lot of the materials from the current structure that we're going to tear out. So, all right, that was a fun little tour there. Let's see what I missed. Scrolling through. I missed a lot. Let's see. Chesgra, I gotta go. Thanks for joining me. Your property is very beautiful. Thank you so much. That was Little Bean's garden. We really love our little corner of the of Texas here. We live on a dead-end street, lots of trees, and it's most people, even from this area, when they come down here, they're just amazed that it looks like this, because a lot of the area up here, people don't keep their trees, and there's houses on top of houses. I mean, it's just crowded up in here. But our little section back here is a beautiful place to hang out. Blake, when did you get into gardening? About 8 years ago, which was about 2 years before we moved here. In our suburban backyard, I started to experiment. I had an aquaponics system, and I grew 2 peach trees in our backyard, and also all kinds of vegetables in very small, I'm talking about 2 foot by 6 foot garden beds. So that's where I got into it. And because we had teenagers at the time that were starting to drive, and we had, my son was an entrepreneur, and he had trucks and trailers and all kinds of things. Our driveway was too small. So with my passion to get on some land and my kids really crowding us out in the neighborhood, we found it time to move out of the neighborhood and get on some property. So, and it was friends of ours that owned this farm. So it worked out really well, because we came out here and visited, and we said, gosh, if you guys ever want to sell your place, you need to let us know. And they said, well, that's really funny, because we're selling our place. And it just kind of all went from there. Let's see, We Tree Bonsai, 55 watching and only 28 blue thumbs. We need some more thumbs up, don't we? Let's see. Love Log Homes, off-grid with Doug and Stacy. Yes, yours is a beautiful example of an off-grid log home. Ours is not off-grid, but it is a true log home. Okay. Hey Flash Boy is a new sub. Thank you, Hey Flash Boy. Hey Flash Boy Gamer, I'm sorry. Thank you for subbing. Thanks for hanging out with me. Jody Leaning, hello from England, UK. Alderman, I agree. I agree too, I think, but I don't remember what you guys are talking about. Let's see. Paul Otis, have to run. Blake, take care, and see you next week. See everyone next week. Thanks, Paul, for hanging out with us. Go take care of those bees. All right. It's raining where Doug and Stacy are. The rain is good. It'll pass. How far from the house are your tortoises? Just on the other side of the house. So right here, let me give you a little view. So we have our front porch. On the other side of the front porch are some boxes built on the ground, and that's where the tortoises are living. I don't think Mama Curbs is liking me keep pointing the camera toward her. How many hives do you have going right now? 5. I'm excited because the recent split that I did was successful. So that took 1 and made 2. I have the 3 that are going strong on the other side. So now I have 5. I'll be going, I'm considering splitting one of the others so I can get back up to 7. I mean 6, not 7. My math is bad. All right. Yeah, sometimes my signal is weak, so the video is not great. So I apologize for that. I do hope that it gets better when I get the outdoor Wi-Fi booster. But the signal that comes to my house, sorry about the wind too. The signal that comes to my house is not great anyway. Let me point you into the sun. That right there, there it is. That's my signal receiver, and it's a radio signal. So I only get a very, very weak signal in the first place. How are some of your fruit tree cuttings doing? I'm struggling to get mine to survive. From the 12-year-old mom. You guys have me cracking up here. Let's see, right now I have lemons that have been cut, and they're actually doing really well. I haven't done figs in a while, but I'm getting ready to, because I'm going to thin out the figs that I have and use everything that I prune out as cuttings. But right now I do have some mulberry and lemons, and the mulberry I get about 50-50 take. I thought it would be higher because mulberry is just something that's kind of prolific, but it's about 50-50, and the lemons are doing really well too. So I don't have anything else started right now. Skull Tranquil, what type of bees do you have? Several of the hives are, okay, so 3 of the hives I think are from a beekeeper friend who lived in Northeast Texas, and I believe his were, he raised his own queens, he let them requeen themselves, and they're doing, so I don't really know what breed they are. The hive that I just split, the original hive that I split was a requeened bee here, so it was a local queen that I believe was Africanized because she's very aggressive. The hive is very aggressive, which is why I split it. The new split, I installed an Italian queen, and they accepted her, and they're doing very well. Eventually, I'm going to requeen the other side of the split that has the angry genetics, and I'll probably put an Italian in there as well. Okay, I missed some stuff here. Love watching your vids, and family, please get the horse for Maggie. Sherry McQuaid. Okay. Candace says, hey Mama Curbs, I'll see you soon. Yes, we can't wait to hang out with you guys. Let's see, Heather Carter, Ruth, I ended up using some root hormones to help them take. I had no luck with my cuttings without them. Have you tried using rooting powder? I did use rooting powder one time for a series of cuttings that I did from a lime tree. It's in the video. It's a very popular video of mine. And quite honestly, I didn't have any more success with the powder than I did without. So I think for me, it's a waste of money. How much honey do you harvest a year? Last year, Tangi the caver's wife asking about honey harvest. Last year was my best year ever for honey. And sorry if I'm squinting. I turned all of this toward the house. Earlier it was nice and overcast, and now the sun is there. I don't know. I think I harvested 150 to 200 pounds last year. It was a really good year. And that was only off of 2 hives. And this year, because I'm planning on splitting, I already split one and I'm going to split another. I don't expect a big harvest from those. And but from the others, there's 2 more there that I do expect a harvest from. So I'm hoping that those 2 provide me at least as much as last year did, which would be, maybe close to 200 pounds. How do you harvest your honey? We harvest 2 different ways. We have a friend that has a honey extractor. So when we have a large harvest that we're expecting, then we'll borrow his extractor and we'll just cut the caps off and put that in the extractor and spin it out, and that way we can save as much comb as possible on the frames. When we don't do that, when we only have a small amount of honey to harvest, like right now I have a small amount in the refrigerator here in the guest house, and it's in I'm going to pull it out of the refrigerator to warm it up before I harvest it. But we'll just cut all of that wax and strain it. So then we'll melt that wax down and use it probably on foundations to make some foundations. But there is a video, another very popular video of mine, where my son is showing how he would cut and crush and strain the honey for harvesting without an extractor. Okay. We have a lot of people coming to the yard sale, and I think I'm going to go help my wife manage that. So I'm going to be on here for another couple minutes. I'll give you a few minutes to ask any final questions, and then I'm going to sign off. It has been a wonderful morning. I thank each and every one of you for joining me. I truly appreciate that you guys will give me the thumbs ups and sharing the videos. That is probably the greatest gift that you can give me, is sharing my videos with your friends and family. Because the more they are shared, the more the channel can grow. And the more I can grow, the more that I can share to educate and entertain and encourage other people. So you guys are a wonderful, wonderful group of people. I do honestly love being here every Saturday. I don't want to miss a Saturday because I love hanging out with you guys. Permy Mama said, I lost you. I had success cloning lemon trees after watching your videos. Good. I'm glad I helped. Heather Carter, Hope, and Angie. Oh, wait a minute. Have loads of customers. Oh, yes, me too, because we need to sell some stuff. So glad I can make it this morning. Love hearing all the ideas about the horse stalls and the pal for Maggie. Thank you so much. Thank you, Blake. Liv, it is truly, honestly, a pleasure having my Norwegian family here. Liv and Øystein and Shell and Ingvild and all of you watching from Norway. I wish I could be sitting right there with you because I love that place. Let's see. Hello from the Netherlands. What is your opinion about mandarin ducks? I don't have any opinions about them because I've never had them. But ducks are great. I prefer ducks that lay eggs every day of the year, or throughout the year, instead of the short season ones like our little ducks. They're very cute, but they only lay for a short time. So if you're going to get ducks, it would be nice to get something from them all year long. Otherwise, they just eat all your food. Alderman Farm says he brought his 2 dedicated thumbs downers. That's okay, I have a few too. I don't mind them. In fact, anyone, if you think it's terrible, if you want to just give a thumbs down just for fun, sometimes they don't bother me. They don't bother me. What are the upgrades that you'll be doing around the farm? The horse facilities, the fence, the horse barn, and some of the earthworks up around the orchard. Lots of that. I have a trail that we're hoping to cut through the backwoods so that we can take little rides through the backwoods. It's 1.5 acres or so back there that it's all overgrown, and we're going to try to cut a trail through there, so that's kind of fun. Moving the apiary, so we're going to be moving the beehives from their current location over a little bit to give them a little more privacy, so that's another big project. I have never tried water. Is it kefir or kefir? I've never tried it. I saw where Pure Living for Life, they were drinking it in one of their videos, and they seem to love it, so I think I'd like to try it. And the Fuel Homestead here with their ranch. I'm sorry I missed you earlier. The Fuel Homestead, you go check their stuff out as well. They are helping moderating my channel this morning, and they love their Khaki Campbell ducks. That's one that we haven't had as well, but I've heard a lot of great things about the Khaki Campbells. So check out the Fuel Homestead and Khaki Campbells if you want ducks. Show your fig cuttings rooting process. Ruth Williamson, go check out, I actually have a video about that. It's the, what's it called? Starting Figs a Better Way. I think it's, I'm really bad at remembering my own titles. But go to my channel and search for figs, and there I have a couple of fig. One of them was the first way I tried it, and it was kind of a fail, and then I did the second way, and I put a better way in the title, and that works. I've done that a few times, and it works really well. It works well for me. Okay, thank you. I really am going to sign off, and I look forward to giving the videos throughout this week, and also joining you again next Saturday at 9 a.m. Central here on the Daddykirbs live show. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.